Get on, awesome, amazing people. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to Wednesday night. Will Perry here. If you're on the replay, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And say on the replay, what could you say? Say hi and say what you're watching on. Say what you're watching on. See, I prepared this. Say whether you're watching on a computer, a tablet, or your phone. That would be cool. Thank you. If you're here, do say hello. Do introduce yourself. Say hello. What I'm going to talk about tonight is discovering the low self-esteem. I've got the comment above saying, is he talking about me? Because maybe you've watched this before. Maybe you're watching this for the first time. If you're watching this for the first time, do say hi and say first time as well. That'd be interesting. But for people that discover, they think, and I'll tell you why, they think it's kind of not them. Or it's interesting, but it's not really them. Okay, and I'm going to go through kind of where it shows up, right? So in relationships, maybe at work, or the jobs you do, that could be family as well. How you are about yourself, so your whole self-image and how kind you are to yourself. Whether you're running a business, all right, and try to push yourself forward. I've got a backpack on that one. Overwhelm. When you get into overwhelm, what you do and how you run in your head in that one, in that scenario. And when you set yourself goals, things, bucket list stuff that you want to achieve, how that will show up there. So how low self-esteem shows up in life. Oh, and that lady said, who was it? Oh gosh. Forgive me, I forget your name, it'll pop back, I'm sure, said recently, it was just last week, said, oh, yeah, the MasterClass, which I'll talk about later, she said, maybe you've seen it already, but I've done a new version of that, and the original one said, because I loved it, it was my quote, self-esteem will fuck you up in every aspect if you don't have it. So it's absolutely the foundation of life. Hi Inga, it's the foundation of everything. It's like driving through life with a handbrake on if you have low self-esteem. So it's kind of vital, important stuff, but there's not much information out there. That's why I do what I do. All right, that's why I'm giving you value. So if you get value through this, I do invite you to share this either in groups or use that share button down there. Share it on a page. Do a watch party. That's a cool thing of Facebook these days. That just means you're endorsing it really, and you get people that comment. It doesn't show up in my comments, but it shows up in your watch party comments, so you can engage with the people that watch it, your friends that watch it. It's a cool way to do it. So have a watch party. Do the watch party thing, or share this with somebody you think could benefit. Okay, so as we go through, I want to help you see, maybe for the first time, how this shows up in life, in the detail. So I take a different stab at it each week on each Wednesday to help. So first off, first C first even. So if you get value from this, hi Mazzy, if you get value from these lives and you want automatic notifications from Facebook, you can go onto my profile where it says follow, click on that and set it to see first rather than just default. That way I'll pop up when I go live. Also, the notification when the recording's there for you will pop up. Thank you very much. Okay, so first off, if you're not sure whether you have low self-esteem, I go on about it all the time because it's awesome, and I'll tell you for why in a minute. But I do have the free test. Okay, so it only takes 2 minutes, and you've got 10 questions. It's really simple. I've automated it, so it's really simple to find out whether you have low self-esteem. If you have healthy self-esteem, I check it quickly. But if you have healthy self-esteem, you don't need this, but it might be interesting. It might be interesting to find out. So. I'm going to show in the different aspects how it shows up, because some people might think, I don't have that. That's not me. I've got other issues. So let me test that for you to see whether this is interesting and brings up something new for you. Okay, so in a relationship, how low self-esteem shows itself. I've given, and you can see here, the positive, what you would expect of a healthy relationship, okay? And what a negative one might be. Maybe one way you'd experience it with low self-esteem. And what a trap is, what your thinking might be that actually holds you in that place. And that's what I'm going to do with each of these scenarios. Sound cool? Should we continue? Okay. All right. Thanks, Will. So, I have no idea why I just did that. Because I did... Anyway. In a positive relationship, you know, when stuff's going well, yeah, I did it just to make you smile. So in a positive relationship, you hope that there's mutual respect, mutual support, openness, listening, engagement. We all get stressed, we all get fed up and frustrated, cross, sad, all sorts of emotions. You know, life is a roller coaster, baby, and all that sort of stuff. But you'd expect it to be supportive, would you not? If any spellings are out, I don't care. So supportive, you know, mutually supportive of each other, even if it, you know, the other one doesn't go for that, even if it doesn't hit the other person's values, that person will support you because they want you to become the best person that you can be and that you want to be. And if you're off on this thing, you know, there could be conversations, of course, about, you know, let me give you my point of view. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I notice. This is what I know about you. But you want to support that other person. Yeah, does that make sense? So if you're in a relationship like that, that is super duper. In fact, I'm going to give that a green tick. We aspire to that, do we not? So hopefully you're in that sort of relationship. However, people with low self-esteem don't attract that sort of relationship. They'd love to, but what they are in, unfortunately, is controlling relationships. But they might not see it as that, and that's the interesting bit for me. Controlling. Now this can come down to dishwashers. Now there's a difference here. Dishwashing, stacking. You know, there's an anal aspect. I'm quite anal, so you just asked Louisa, but I won't get cross about people stacking stuff. Like if the kids put stuff in the dishwasher, I don't care where it goes. I might quietly tut to myself if they've dangled something you know, but it doesn't matter. All right, so I'm just glad they've put it in there. At the end of the night, I put it in, and I know that the stuff down there washes better because I'm the person that empties it out. If it's mucky, I know. I learn and blump. I get some satisfaction from that. I'm anal, okay? But I don't get cross at people not doing it. I don't get cross at people not putting, or Louise, for example, my wife, putting the cups all with the egg, the handles sticking out the same way. That doesn't bother me. I can let go of that. That's cool. I'm not that OCD or anything like that. Some people are, but that's cool. You know, if they want to do it in their own time. But if they get cross and say that other people should do that and need to do that, that's the start of the controlling thing, isn't it? But controlling, and there's tons of resources I've got this about emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is controlling. But some people just say, oh, he's a bit like this, he's a bit like that. You know, treading on eggshells. You know, when your husband comes in, and I'm kind of focusing it that way, though it goes both ways, both genders. It's not gender-specific abuse or controlling behaviours. Let me tell you, so from experience. So controlling behaviours can be emotional abuse, but that I'm going to cover that in other ones. You know, some people kind of forgive it. Oh, you know, he's had a bad day, or he's a bit stressed because he's being unkind, because he comes in and it's him that has to be, you know, dominates the aura. I was going to say, you know, and everybody else has to tread on eggshells and be careful around it because he's really grumpy, and that's controlling behaviour. That's not nice, normal, supportive. That's not somebody being reflective and going. Just the other day, I think it was yesterday, I said, okay, I'm a bit stressed about this, and that's why I was a bit grumpy. You know, that's normal, is it? We all get grumpy, we all get stressed, but then you can go, actually, yeah, that was me, and yeah, okay, yeah, that was so I was projecting it there, but actually, this is what's going on. You know, it's like, oh, I should have said sooner. It's like, oh, yeah. That's balance, is it not? Yeah, we all have the dips, ups and downs, but when somebody's dominating, it's a pattern, dominating of control. That shows up in that way in a relationship. However, get this, the trap with somebody with low self-esteem, the trap is that they think they are lucky, the luckiest girl in town, because my partner is such an amazing person. I'm going down because they put them on a high faith, they put them on a pedestal. You know, so do you put someone on a pedestal, think you're not worthy for them? They're so good, you know? That's such a dangerous thing to do, because you're putting yourself down, somebody else up, artificially. It's not true, not right. But if you think you're lucky to have that partner, even though they're controlling, because you forgive them, you know, lucky, you forgive, then you're holding yourself in a negative place. So that's a really detrimental place to be. So I encourage you to be aware and just do this little test on your relationship. Is it healthy? Does it feel healthy? Because if you find yourself saying to yourself, I'm lucky, I'm grateful. Let me just test that, okay? I'm grateful I'm in my relationship, my marriage, my third marriage. I learnt from the last two, believe me. I'm grateful that I'm in my marriage with Louise, but we're equals, we're on a level. You know, neither of us puts the other on the pedestal. And she deserves me and I deserve her, all right? There's no, you know, oh, I'm so lucky. Because it's not luck. I attracted her to me, she attracted, you know, both ways. It works both ways, all right? So, yeah, I have my worth, my self-worth in that relationship. It's not that, oh, I'm so lucky, I'm so grateful, I'm there, so, you know, it's none of that. That's really unhealthy. So I invite you, if you can notice that in yourself, oh, what colour shall I go? It's so exciting, doing colours, is it not? Green. I invite you to do a diary, all right? Just note to yourself, if this is jingling a jangle, you're like, if I've said something that's triggering just the tiniest thing, just note in your diary, a diary or note on a phone, do a notes on your notes on the phone, all right, just over a week or two, just note all the little interactions, these small, tiny interactions, all right, just notice, was it kind of supportive or was it kind of controlling? But because if you've got this stuff going on, let's turn it around the other way, because I trust you. If you were in the relationship, and no, if it was you being like that, would you be like that to your partner? So imagine a different scenario, but it's you. Maybe the controlling thing. Would you do that to somebody, your partner? You know, make it fictitious. Would you would you be happy to do that thing that your partner's just done to you? Would you be happy to do that to your partner? If the answer is no, I want you to make a note of that, all right? If the answer is yes, then it's fine. It's nothing. It's, you know, if you're, you know, not thinking you're lucky and forgiving them and making excuses for them, but if that fits your values, all right, to say, don't do that, tell somebody off for a mug, for example, that's not right, is it? Well, you know, you tell me, message me directly. Say, actually, Will, I've got this thing, and my values say that mugs should be there and you should be shouted at because you haven't put the mug. No, fuck off. That's not. That's being controlling and coerced, and you just blinkered to it and you can't see it anymore. So I'm encouraging you to message me, and that's how you message me, if you know what I mean. So sometimes it's obviously so difficult to see because you've been conditioned all your life. So make a note of that and just think of it, flip it around the other way. Just admit, would I be happy to do this to somebody else? You know, somebody I love? No. Okay, make a note of it. Make a note of all these little points. And then at the end of the week or 2 weeks, I want you to come back to me and go, this is what I've noticed, Will, and I absolutely freely give my time here. So, you know, if you've done the diary and everything, you know, I'll be able to spot it. I've got antenna, radar, I can spot this. I've been specialising in this for the last 13 years, okay? I can spot the language. So if you come back to me in a week or 2 weeks and you've done some diaries of these little interactions, I can tell you about the quality of this relationship, whether it's supportive or controlling. All right, let's have a conversation. So are you up for the challenge on that? Just that alone. All right, but we've got a few more to go. Is that interesting? If you're getting value from that, you know, do consider sharing. So that's where low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-belief can show up in a relationship. And that could be a family relationship, that could be a work relationship. I'm going to go on to work here. So, if you do a job, that's a desk job, I pity you. No, but if you work or you've got your own business or anything like that, you know, I've focused this at working for others, okay? Generally, the thing is, at work, you know, you've got to be master of everything. You've got to be able to do everything. It's unrealistic. But the positive aspect at work, you know, a good role model to be is to be assertive, is it not? That, you know, you are assertive in what you do in your job. You're not just this little waif-like thing. Oh, I don't know. Yes, okay. Do you want me to do it? Yeah, yes. If it's your job, you should, you know, be assertive. So, I'm going to have a problem being a man, aren't I? Trying to write and... Anyway, I always say that. But I think it's true. So being assertive, that's a positive thing. That's a thing you should be in your own role. You have the boundaries of your role and you should be clear on that. You should be able to assert, yes, that is the case. No, that isn't the case. If you're not sure, you can be assertive enough to ask and sort of state, or, you know, and that's a positive role model. Somebody with self-belief can do that. You know, somebody with self-worth can do that. Not everyone is like that. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Sally, thank you. So the negative aspect to that, the people that don't have that confidence, that don't have that self-worth and confidence, and you've seen my live last week, I think confidence and self-esteem are very different things. Very different things. So the opposite of that might be people-pleasing. This, see, I have to concentrate too much on the writing. Are you a people pleaser? Do you bend to what everybody else wants? I can remember I was a receptionist in this area in the BBC when I first started at the BBC, and many moons ago, so television network, the publicly funded British Broadcasting Corporation. I'm sure everybody knows it, but if you're in the Americas. And I had low self-worth, low self-belief, and any knowledge I had, people would come to me and ask them, even if it was outside of my role, because they know I would help, all right? They knew that I knew a lot of things, and they would come to me to help them and do that. So I'd end up doing people's photocopying because I was good at it, I knew the machine. They said, oh, it's a confusing machine. Oh, I know, I do it. I'd do all sorts of things that were outside of my role because I wanted to please people. Does that make sense? Yes, there we go. So Mazzy, that's hitting your ding, ding, ding. Now the trap. Okay, so people with low self-esteem will want to please people. Of course, if you have healthy self-esteem, you want to please people, but you'll stop yourself forsaking yourself because you're assertive. You'll be confident enough to go within yourself to go, actually, that's not my job. That's not my role. Or you can go there, they'll be able to do it, but I can't do that. I've got this to, that's clarity, is it not? So the trap you might fall into if you have low self-esteem is that you'll say, enjoy it. I enjoy it. So here you'll say, oh, I'm lucky, in the relationship. Here you'll say, oh, no, I enjoy helping people. Oh, no, I don't mind. Oh, no, let me do the photocopying. Oh, that's a big load. Oh, because you enjoy it. It gives you pleasure. Does that make sense? It gives you pleasure. It makes you feel good. It gives you a position. It makes you a part of something. It gives you a purpose. It gives you connection, connectivity. It makes you feel worthy. Oh, shit. Does that make sense? Can you see my point? Oh, shit. It makes you feel worthy by pleasing people and you enjoy it. I hope that's an oh shit moment for you. So you end up doing things way outside of your role because you actually enjoy it and it makes you feel good. But actually underneath that, it makes you feel worthy because you don't feel worthy. People with low self-esteem don't feel worthy. So they get enjoyment out of helping other people, but it's outside of their role. So they end up leaky bucket syndrome. I talked about that last time. Always giving to other people, pouring out your resources, and there's nothing left for you. Or you forsake yourself and you can't do your own job. So therefore, when people come to, the managers, bosses, everything, why are you doing everybody else's stuff? Or you should stay there, but if you're so capable that you can do all your job and everybody else's, then you should be going up. But you're probably holding yourself back because you enjoy it, it's nice, and you feel worthy. Okay. Yes, and you regret it later. That's a really nice point. Makes you feel worthy, and later you regret it. Why do I always help? Why can't I put myself first? Which is going on to this one. So yeah, perfect point, Sally. Thank you very much for saying that one. So what would I suggest in that? It's a really simple one. Can I get my ticks and crosses going? So to people pleasing, but you can't just stop people pleasing. It's ingrained in you. It's in your negative beliefs that are hidden. You can't see it. You can't just stop people pleasing. Somebody with healthy self-esteem might say, well, just stop that. Duh, but it's not like that. That's why, you can spend 10 years doing £10,000 worth of programs and they won't help. And I've said that time and time again. Guess what? I did. It didn't help. I had to do tons of other stuff. All right, so that won't work on its own. Assertive, yay! But you can't be assertive if you have low self-esteem because you're digging your own hole for yourself. So what am I doing? Green. What I'd say is just look at the roles of your job. Is it my job? Is it my job to do that? And if it's not, just notice that. And thinking, why am I wanting to do it? And you might be a really eager beaver to do it. And I was like, I want to do this ream of photocopying. Why do I want to do it? Is it my job? No. Okay. I want you to think about it and do nothing more but think about it. Maybe, notice, write down, message to me. Why do I want to do this? Does it make me feel good? Is it like Sally said, you make it feel good, but you don't feel so good afterwards? Then you feel worthless because everybody's walking on you. People are coming to you because they get lazy. And why should they do it when you do it for them? Oh, bugger, why do I do that? So if that's you, just think about your job, because you know the roles, the confines of your job, what you should and shouldn't do, yet you're doing tons more. Boom, 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 boom. Why? All right? Just look at your job and go, why am I doing this? What's in it for me? And there is a juicy payout for you. There's a cost. You know about the cost. In fact, look at the cost and payout. That's a nice thing. So cost, but juicy payout. And it is a juicy one. I feel happy. I feel worthy. I feel useful. And what's underneath useful? Worthy. So does that make sense? So it's not my. Is it my job? If it isn't, what's the cost? You probably know that straight away. I work late because I'm helping everybody else. What's the payout? What do I get? What's the juicy benefit I get? Interesting. Okay, on to the next one. So does that make sense? If you're getting value from this, do consider sharing this. Thus, because it helps me spread. You can help me spread the word, all right? To people that need this stuff. This help isn't freely available to people. So that's what I'm doing, making it freely available. Being kind to yourself, your own self-worth, your self-image. That's why I put a mirror there. Look at this one. Somebody might, it doesn't matter what you look like. We're all beautiful in our own way, but sometimes we don't accept it. We'll say, the most kind, loving things to everybody else. And then look in the mirror and go, oh my God, you're disgusting. Oh, vile, I can't bear to look at you, horrid, oh my God. And here's this lady looking at herself. I don't know, this probably doesn't come up, but this lady looking, this is body dysmorphia, isn't it? And this is meant to be cracks in the mirror. You're looking at a broken image of yourself, all right? I think we understand about body dysmorphia, but do you realise how much you're doing it? People just don't realise how unkind they're being. I had a lady on the programme, I think it was just yesterday, saying, oh my God, she got to module 6 on the programme and said, oh my God, I didn't realise how horrid and disgusting I am to myself in my head. And she was shocked, even though she'd gone through, up to module 6. Then she got to the real truth and she was shocked by herself. And I'm so happy for her that she was so shocked by that, because it's fucking brilliant, because then she's seeing the truth for herself. And once you see it, you can't not see it. Do you see my point? It's brilliant. I love it. So the positive thing is about being kind. Is it not? It's like, oh, shut up. Stop being, you bloody... It's fine if we go, oh my... I remember doing the lawn mowing in our old house, and I came down. It's got a lovely extended kitchen with those... doors that open out, glass doors that open out, and concertina in, and you got this big open space kitchen. Anyway, it was hot, take the top off, and I like getting a bit of sun on when I'm doing the lawn mowing, and there's Louise whistling at me, and it's like, oh, shut up, don't stop, oh, I like that, it's really nice, and then I looked at myself in the reflection just as I came down the steps. I saw my belly, and I thought, oh, that's awful, oh dear, then you notice how, oh, that's awful, Why are you being so unkind to yourself? So somebody with healthy self-esteem might still go, oh my God, that's awful. Catch yourself at an unkind, unflattering angle and like, oh, cellulite on your belly. Ugh. Oh my God, I need to get in control of that. I need to stop doing this, stop doing that, start doing this, start doing that. Jesus. And that image stays with you and motivates you to do something. And I'm not saying you have to, but if that's what you don't like, then you take control of that and do something about it. Does that make sense? So that's somebody with healthy self-esteem will do that. They're in control of it. If they don't like what they see, they'll change it, because we can change so much about ourselves. And if they find themselves being unkind to something that they can't change about themselves, they'll find a way to get over that. It's like, Jesus, all right, stop myself. I'm digging a hole. I'm making myself feel bad. Why am I doing that? Stop it. Just accept it. Move on. Let go. It might take a bit of work, but you'll be able to do that. Somebody with low self-esteem, however, won't fucking do that. And I'm very deliberate in my swearing. So you'll be unkind. That's really easy to just have it the other way around. You'll be unkind, but it's more than being unkind. You know, this can go into self-harm, depression, self-loathing, suicide, everything. You know, it's just a spiral down, and it affects the chemicals in your brain. And they've shown these days it affects not just the neural pathways in your brain, but over time the neurotransmitters, and then over time the physicality, the structure of your brain changes. How incredible is that? Your brain actually physically changes. It's not like a thumbprint. It's, you know, oh yeah, that's Will's thumbprint, that's Louise's thumbprint. No, your brain physically changes. Isn't that awesome? But, you know, as if you're spiraling down in that way. So it physically changes in your brain. Okay, so if you have low self-esteem, you're going to be unkind to yourself. And think how this can sit in here and link with, oh, I'm so lucky. If you've got this going on, this is such a killer, you know? So I'm sure you get that. I'm sure you understand that intuitively. If you've got that going on, I'll put another layer on it, the trap, okay? The trap here is belief. That's manifold belief. The trap is that you believe your negative voices, the shit that you're talking about yourself that you never say to anybody else, but you say it to yourself and you believe that. And when everybody else is saying, oh, you're so pretty, you've got a lovely smile, what beautiful eyes you have, oh, I love your hair, oh, those are lovely shoes, oh, that's a nice dress, you won't believe it. You will like be Teflon, it won't stick on you. You'll think, you won't believe them. You'll say they're lying, they're just saying it, they don't mean that, they're two-faced, I'm feeling a bit emotional, because that goes on. I remember, I'm sure Rachel, I'm not saying your surname, but Rachel won't mind me saying, not you in the US, Rachel. Rachel, that's a clue. Rachel said, oh my God, she realised when she was doing this, because when she got a compliment, and compliments are a key part of this, when she got a compliment, she would say, oh, you know, somebody said to her, she said, somebody said, oh, you look nice in that, look nice in that dress, and she immediately came back with, it's a potato sack, just dismissed the dress and made a joke out of it, and I'm not remembering it very clearly. So she'd make a joke out of herself, or joke out of that. Does that make sense? Because she wouldn't believe what they said. She'd believe the negative shit in her head. That wasn't her fault. She'd done nothing wrong. It was just her programming in the past. And you've got lots of information on this from my other stuff and available. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But so she wouldn't believe the positive things, the gifts that people would say. She'd believe the negative shite, the body dysmorphia, whatever it is, or the negative broken image in her mind. She'd believe that instead. All right? So the trap that you fall into is that. So it's not just, be kind to yourself, run yourself a bath, do more salts, buy that. You won't. Because you're in a fucking trap of negative belief. You won't believe what other people say. You'll think they're liars. How negative is that? That's why it's so important to tap into this. So you're getting a sense of this. I want to really convey how strong this stuff is, because it is so strong you will cut yourself and scar yourself. So strong you'll burn yourself. So strong you'll pull your hair out. So strong you'll make yourself sick. So strong you won't eat. How strong is that? Do you want me to go on? How strong is that? All right, it's filthy stuff. All right, but it's not your fault. You did nothing wrong. And I love you. All right? That's emotion I'm pulling back. So the steps too, I'm wanting to put things you can do. I'm wanting to put up there compliments, but that's kind of ninja level. It's in the program that you have to start accepting compliments, but you can't just do that straight off. Here's Mazzy saying, I can't accept compliments. All right? Because you've got that, you won't accept a compliment because you've got this shit going on in your head. Really negative, vile, awful stuff. But you wouldn't say, if somebody said to you, are you a negative, vile, awful person? No, because you're not. You're the kindest, most lovely, most positive, most giving person in the world, and you enjoy it, and you think you're lucky to be, So it's not that. You don't believe you're that person, all right? But in your head, about yourself, in that mirror, that's when it shows itself. So what I want you to do is be kind, except you can't just be kind. I'm not expecting you to just go from here to here. That's not what I mean. I want you to start noticing. It's a bit like this. Do a diary or something. Notice, right? Notice. Notice. Start noticing. Tune in. Listen. Turn the volume up of that negative, shitty, horrible, vile voice so that you're really noticing it. And then message me. All right? Message me and say, fuck, what have you done, Will? I turned the volume up and I can hear, and it's horrible. It's disgusting. Help. How do I get rid of this? All right? Because then you're in a position to change. And I love that. I jump up and down because you're not resisting. That's your ladder out of the victim triangle. Does that make sense? Ooh, positive stuff. If you don't notice it, it's blind to you and it will carry on. Start noticing it, and it's about being kind. Is it kind or not? Yes, no. Is it a yes or a no? All right? You can know that. You'll be able to put a little filter in here just before the thought comes out, or just after it comes out. Was that kind to myself or not? Kind, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? It's really simple. If it's no, you're starting to notice. If it's no, you're starting to notice. If it's no, you're starting to notice. Turn the volume up of that voice. Be really specific about that voice, how it is, the tonality, the speed of it, the unkind. What is it? You know? Oh, there's some good stuff we can do with that voice, but you have to be ready to do that good stuff. Oh, I've got tears. Right. Ready for more? If you're ready for more, on the love hearts, give me some love hearts, give me some feedback. If you're on the recording, still give the love hearts, but give me a bit of feedback in terms of this. Is this resonating with you so far? So thank you, Mazzy. Okay, next one. That's a big one, but they're all big ones. So thank you all for all the love hearts coming through. Next one. If you're doing the business, I think it's a brilliant thing. I discovered so much when I set up my own business. Do something kind to others to find you. No. I'm going to challenge you on that, Sally, because do something kind, you might enjoy it. You might be just stuck in this giving thing. All right? I completely get the giving. What I would suggest on that one, Sally, is be kind to others in order to get back a compliment. But I think if you're this way inclined, with a low self-esteem, you're going to push it back and say, oh, they didn't mean it. They only were grateful because I helped them out. And you will undermine it and dismiss it, roll it up, throw it in the bin, which is a disgusting, horrible thing to do. But you're not at that level yet. That's ninja level, all right? So what I would say to that, Sally, is you might fall into the trap of enjoying it, helping others, being subservient to others. So it's a belief. It's a strong one. Moving on to the business. If you've got your own business, it's a real reflection of yourself. I find myself helping the elderly. And that's a lovely thing. I'm not saying don't help people. It's not about that. It's about undermining yourself and helping others and forsaking yourself. You need to put yourself first. You need to put the oxygen mask on you before you help others. All right? It's leaky bucket syndrome. You can't just give. The bucket's running on empty. You need to fill the bucket. How do you fill the bucket? Look after yourself. Put yourself first. You can't put yourself first because you don't believe in it. You think you're lucky and you enjoy giving to others. So I hope this is making sense and building a picture. This one's about building your own business. You will be in a position where you need to push your boundaries, your comfort zones, go into the adventure zone. Sounds great, doesn't it? Unless you have low self-esteem, in which case it's fucking terrifying. So people with healthy self-esteem, maybe low confidence, but they build up their confidence by having a can-do attitude. Can-do. Woohoo! That sounds great for them, doesn't it? Bastards, it's easy for them, which is what you might say. It's the enjoyment, Sally said. The can-do attitude will, you're bound to hit problems, challenges, especially if you're creating a business yourself, or if you're following something like network marketing, if you're following a structure or a franchise, something that's there laid out for you already. You know what to do, but you still have to do it. Okay, you still have to do it. It's like, oh, it might be torturous to you, but you're going to go and put yourself, if you have healthy self-esteem, that can-do attitude, that belief in yourself will, the healthy self, you're kind, you're assertive, supportive people around you. Come on, you can do it. You will take those baby steps at first and then build your confidence and you'll be able to do it. And you will help yourself to get there. Now, the negative, you can imagine what it is, but you're going to talk yourself out of stuff. Talk self out. You're going to talk yourself out of making that phone call. You're going to talk yourself out of doing a presentation. You're going to talk yourself out of getting up early in the morning for a breakfast meeting. You're going to talk yourself out of going to a network meeting. You're going to talk yourself out of anything that pushes your comfort zone, your boundaries, because it's so fucking difficult. All right, I'm not over-egging this. This is how it is for people with low self-esteem. It's so painfully difficult that you'll find an excuse and you'll self-sabotage yourself, though you probably don't have it like it's self-sabotage, because the trap is, and get this, you will say to yourself, don't stop. Keep going. For people with healthy self-esteem, with this can-do attitude, confidence building is baby steps. The more you do it, the better you get. And you become, I can do this. Boom, boom. Even if you couldn't at the beginning. People with low self-esteem think that they can follow the same steps. Keep at it, keep at it. Oh, I'll get better and better. Baby steps. I will be able to get to the. I fucking can't. I'm still useless. Why do I bother? I can't. But the trap is, you still have that mindset of, don't stop, keep going, don't give up, because who wants to give up? And I'm not saying you should give up. But what you should do is solve the problem, the real problem. Yeah? Solve the real problem. Does that make sense? If you've got this shit going on, don't keep going it. You're going smacking your head against the wall. You need to do something different from people that have a healthy self-esteem. You need to do something specific for people with low self-esteem. You need to solve the low self-esteem problem. That's the real problem. Does that make sense? Give me lots of love hearts if that makes sense. But the trap is that you think, don't stop, just keep doing it. Must keep doing it. I remember in the first few years of doing my business, I was just doing the same thing, and that's the Einstein quote, is it? Doing the same thing, expecting the same results. But I didn't have it like, that's obvious. Duh. Why? But you didn't have it like that. You think, I just need to do something else. I just need a marketing course. I need a better spreadsheet. I need to tidy my desk today. Rather than getting out there and doing activity, I need to... that ironing piles. You'll have an excuse for everything, but you just think, don't stop, keep going, don't give up, come on, keep going. In the relationship, keep going. People walk all over me, just keep going, it'll turn good, the weather will change, it'll get brighter, it'll turn good in the back. Keep hoping, just keep going, keep on the treadmill, keep going to Weight Watchers, nothing against Weight Watchers. Keep going there, even though everybody else is losing weight and I'm not. I keep coming back and comfort eating. I keep self-sabotaging. I keep cutting myself. Nobody knows about it. But I keep being sick. Nobody knows about it. But, wow. So can you see, it won't help. Just keep at it. For somebody with healthy self-esteem, of course, that works. You've got to apply yourself, push yourself, and it might be really difficult. It might be cold and rainy, and you've got to go up your mountain. But that's what you do with your rucksack on. You go up your mountain. People with low self-esteem need to do that, but they're not going to go up they're going around in circles because the low self-esteem is fucking them up in every aspect of their lives. All right? So I hope this is making sense. If it's making sense, give me some love hearts, even though I've got my back to you. So that's the cross, and this is the tick. But you can't just have a can-do attitude when you have low self-esteem. I hope that makes sense. So what I want you to do, if this is you're seeing yourself in this, is be honest, not with anybody else, just with yourself. And that's a really tough thing to do. Be honest with yourself. So if you're in this situation, if this resonates on any level for you, I want you to start being honest with yourself, okay? And I want you to kind of have it like this. What's going on? Why am I stopping myself? What am I scared of? If there's a fear, there's usually a fear. Fear of what? What people will think? What is it? What is it? What are you scared of? How you'll look, so what other people will see at you. Feeling vulnerable, okay? Because it's not just about being scared. Scared of what? Okay, so what's underneath that? And I want you to be really honest with yourself. What are you scared of? And if you get an answer to that, and that scares you a bit, and it's like, shit, yeah, with that belief, I can't move forward, I want you to message me. Okay, so I want to be your lifeline in this discussion, all right? So just message me, because what you're doing, it's kind of like group coaching, message coaching, is you're taking a layer off, peeling a layer off to see what's going on for yourself. And thank you for all the love hearts. You're peeling a layer off for yourself, and that can only be a good thing, all right? And that's why I want to be the support there on hand. If you're getting value of it and you think somebody else you know, or you think groups could get benefit from this, please do consider sharing this to other people, all right? And yes, I will help them. Anybody that's watching this, I will help you. Just, you can message me. It's really simple that way. Okay, so being honest with yourself. Nobody else is going to pick that up, okay? But if you want to share that with me, you can, all right? I'm not going to share that with anybody else. Sometimes I get great stories, but I don't say who it's from. Great stories. I always benefit from helping people. I'm getting emotional now. Catching you and just finished working. This isn't quite the end yet, but yeah, great. Jem, nice to see you on. As ever, do come back in the replay. So, and say replay, and I've got a thing to say what it is. So yeah, if this is you, I want to be your, I'll be there so you're not alone. Being honest, strip it down, cut out the chatter, the chaff, the dead wood. Be really honest, not accountable to somebody else, not not like, oh yeah, I did it, I didn't, I did, yeah, it's good, really good. No, I haven't done it, I'm not going to, it's too scary. It's not that, it's not, showing yourself it's just being honest with yourself, right? And if you manage that, message me with what it is, if you want, all right? Because I'll then help you I'll ask a couple of questions just on Messenger, and it'll help you get to the next level. Right, where's my red pen? Oh no, what's he done with his red pen? It's rolled. It's rolled, everybody. Right, I don't know how long this is taking. It feels like a while. But if you're getting good value out of this, say thank you, Will. Well, sorry, I don't mean say thank you, but let me know if you're getting value out of this. So the next one, Overwhelm. Overwhelm is such a massive one. I thought I'd give it its own special area. So Overwhelm, what goes on, and this is an area of the program as well, but again, I'm not looking at it in terms of the detail, but what we do when we're feeling overwhelmed is, what our brain does is get all the different elements that we need to do. I'm just looking at my desk, got a pile of paperwork on the desk which I haven't done anything about, but it's fine, because that's just paperwork that needs sorting out someday when I'm not doing other things, but I'm doing other things which are more valuable, so that's cool, I don't care. But when you've got a list of tons of things to do and you haven't organised yourself, or you've got overwhelm going on because you're in that point where it's like, oh shit, and it's just too much and you don't know what to do and you're a bunny in the headlamps, and that's perfectly normal, everybody gets like that. What the brain does is go and all you can see is all these things, it's surrounding you, there's no structure to it, it's like, oh shit, everywhere you look there's things to do, you should be doing, you're failing at it, or that's really like, it's not great. Everybody gets that. Everybody gets that. People with healthy self-esteem, they're bastards, they get it easy. They'll get to a point, say, I've got this, I know I can do it. It's just a case of boom, 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 and they've got a structure, they've done it before, they know what to do. Okay, they get themselves out the overwhelm, maybe they've had a chat to a friend and go, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. And they say, why overwhelmed? What do you do? You're so good at that. And they go, oh yeah. Oh God, it was so good to talk to you. I'm so glad, blah, blah, blah. And then they get on with it. How are you doing about, oh yeah, over that, boom. All right, that might sound easy, and I'm not dismissing it. I'm not making fun of people with healthy self-esteem at all, right? But that's how it occurs, you go down, but you pick yourself up. However, and you might get a sense of this, people with low self-esteem, the negative side, I give up. It's like, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I'm used to some fucking shit. I always do this. Why do I always do this? I can't. I'm going to fail. I always fail. I don't want to bother. That's the negative shite voice that comes in here. I've just helped you see it and hear it through looking at your own self-image, because it's really there then. But guess what? That negative voice is throughout everything. Ooh. That's why it's the single most important exercise we do on the program, but it has to be in the context at the right time, in the right place. You have to be ready for it. So I give up, or something like that. It's like, I'm useless. What goes on? And that's the trap. I'm giving the game away. Useless. I am useless. I'm a bag of shit. I'm crap. I'm worthless. I can't do this. I give up. Why did I bother? Why did I try? Why did I boom, 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 boom? Does that make sense? So you just undermine yourself on everything. Does that help? No. Does this make this brain's mechanism go away? No. So it's that self-sabotage, big time self-sabotage. But might not see it like that. You might just believe that you're a bit useless at those points. All right? Can you see how that doesn't help at all? And that's all part of low self-esteem. So if this is ringing true, do share, do say. The simple thing to do with it is just a structure. All right? Just do the top 3. If you've got all this stuff going on, you know what it is. Just write down, or you just know intuitively, drop everything that's going on in your head, all those things. Drop physically, literally, I was going to say physically, but it's all images in your brain, but you see them through your eyes projected. Hallucinations. Drop your hallucinations like that and go, what are the 3 things that I need to do? What are the most important 3 things? Write a list, only 3 things on it, just as a mechanism to get you over your overwhelm. Just do that. Okay, you can do that, whether you've got useless shit going on, whatever, and only do those 3 things. And maybe stop saying, I'm useless, all right? But don't beat yourself up for it, because then you're going, oh yeah, I'm useless, you've got the negative voice going on, and you go, oh shit, what do I, talk yourself out. No, just do 3 things, the top 3 things, and drop everything else. Let the images, because they're still there in your head, right? But don't bombard yourself with it. It's just a mechanism, panic, It's like a panic attack. Just breathe, just get control of that. That's all it is. It's a mechanism, just like a panic attack. And maybe you know that one too, all right? If you see my point. Oh shit, he's right. So it's just a mechanism in the brain. Just get control of it. Say, what are the 3 things? And get those done today, even if you don't do them. You got them, you know what them is, that they are, and don't fucking pick all the crap up, and if you do, just get it down, and what are the 3 things to do, and then once you get one off, get another one on. Okay, cool. And then that's really simple, but it's not simple, but you will absolutely, truly fuck your head up by doing that. Just that one thing. And that's amongst everything else. There's all these different mechanisms going on. Can you see how they overlap? Right, the last one. If you're getting value from this, I don't know what. Do say, consider sharing. Do spread the word. Do give the value. Give the comments. Ask questions as well. So the last one. If you've got goal, bucket list, things you're working towards. Maybe you're in a business. You need to set goals. If you're doing anything in life, you've got the business. You're working for a reason. You've got kids. You want to do these things. If you've got goals, everyone has goals. Everyone has a bucket list. I hope so. Right. So. I encourage that, but do more with it than just stick it on the fridge if it's a picture. So it might be, I don't know whether you can see these, that one's money, might be car, might be doing things with the family, holidays, all this stuff. Life is for living. It's a nice, easy thing to say, isn't it? But are you living it, or are you stuck in this shite? I want to help people out of the shite. If they're in there. If you've got healthy self-esteem, you don't need me anyway. Cool. I love that. If you have healthy self-esteem and you're watching this and you're going, actually, I don't need Will. Say, I don't need you in my life, Will. Woohoo! I will endorse that. So the positive thing, if you have healthy self-esteem, you've got goals, you're going for them, you've set goals for yourself. The positive thing to say is, I'm on it, because what you're doing is helping you get to where you want. The activity you're taking, maybe in your business, maybe in your job, maybe in a relationship, maybe you're getting married, maybe your goals you're setting for your weight, you're taking control of it. I'm on it. I've got this. I've rescheduled. I've planned. All that sickening stuff that people do, where they just say they're going to do it and do it. Damn them. I'm on it. I'm doing it. You might get diverted. You might go on a bender. You might get off the wagon. You might, whatever it is, and then you'll get back on and do it. And you'll achieve your, whether it takes a little bit longer, whether you do it sooner, whether you meteoric rise to, whatever it is. I don't care. Great. I want you to achieve your goals. How awesome is that? It comes from the attitude of, I'm on it. I've got this. Yes. That makes sense. However, I know you know this already, for people with low self-esteem, it's no laughing matter. they might say, what would they say? Maybe you're coming up with it in your head. Maybe, you know, I'm on it. I've put it like, I'm going to. I hear this a lot. I'm going to. All right, I'm going to, because you're fired up. You love the idea of this and that and that and that. You know, you love it. You're really excited by it. You get engaged by it. You feel it. You're so excited by it, but you're not working towards it because you've got shit going on. Does that make sense? Can I make it any clearer? All right, and I'm not making fun of it, because that's my life. It was my life for 40 years, you know. And then I spent 13 years and 10 grand and, you know, almost lost my house and everything like that in order to really understand it, because there wasn't much, you know, I didn't find anybody going, hey, Will, you got low self-esteem, that's what this is. Boom, 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 boom. So I went, oh shit, great, how do I fix it? Boom, fixed in a year. No, that wasn't out there then, all right? That wasn't out there. I still haven't found any solutions that solve the real problem. Okay, so that's what I've done. So negative one, you know, the low self-esteem is I'm going to, but not actually on that path. What's the difference between I'm on it and I'm going to? It's that, well, you're not doing it because you're holding yourself back, because you've got all the shit negative voice going on and you're holding yourself back. You talk yourself out of it. You know, you think you're unkind, you're unworthy, you're being unkind to yourself. You think you're unworthy, you're not lovable. Not lovable would come under that. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So the trap. Oh, what's the trap? Well, wow, interesting that you asked that. I'm glad. So that's the cross. Did I do the cross? I didn't. Look, I knew I'd miss it. I give up. So that's a cross. Oh, pens. I've got this. That's a great attitude. I'm on it. That's a great attitude. The red bit is music to the. I should put music to changing pens. The trap that's gonna. You won't realise with this your goals. You know, it's your excitement. Excitement. You're excited. You're excited by your goals, which sounds odd, really, doesn't it? You know, it's so cool. You should be excited by your goals. People with healthy self-esteem are excited by the goals and they're on it. They're doing something towards it. People with low self-esteem are excited externally, by the goals, the dreams, the hopes, the wishes, but internally, what's going on? It's not, I've got this, I'm doing it, I'm on it. I had to look at it then. No, it's I'm useless, I'm crap, what do I bother, does that make sense? I think you've got a sense of this voice that's so negative and it holds you back and self-sabotages in the whole way. But the excitement is there, but it's external. My pen's gone again. So it's external, it's not internal. The internal is I'm on it, yes! That's internal motivation. You create that yourself, all right? Somebody with low self-esteem can't create it. They need somebody else. Maybe they need a Will Perry in front of them saying, oh my God, it's making so much sense. And then you go away and do nothing about it. Haven't I chosen a really interesting group of people to work with? Because I know people with low self-esteem will be feeling that, will be excited by me, motivated, and then do nothing. So that's my first challenge, is it not? To get people to realise that one. So what would I suggest? I'd suggest a question. Be, again, honest with yourself. Is what I'm doing now helping me achieve my goals? Is dreaming, getting excited, helping me achieve my goals? Oh, no. What would help me achieve my goals? That would come down to doing the work, doing the activity, doing the, working at your job, getting more money, saving it rather than blowing it on whatever. Doing what, you know the answers to this stuff, yeah? Is this helping me achieve my goals? If it's just you getting excited, getting passionate, thinking, battling with your negative voice, is that going to help you achieve your goals? No, it's just wasting your energy. And I'm not judging or, because I've done this most of my life, 40 years. Hopefully that's more than you've done it. Maybe you can beat me on that one. So, there's activity. Are you putting action in, or are you just wasting and self-sabotaging with your negativity? The trap is that you're excited and you feel like that's activity, but it's not, right? Is this helping me achieve my goal? Again, ask yourself the question, if you realise this and you think, oh Christ, and you're not sure what to do, just message me. Or let's go on to the last bit. I'm conscious of time, so I've no idea. In fact, let me look how long I've been. I should have a clock up. Wow! Oh my Christ! 54 minutes. Wow! This is the longest one. If you've stuck with me, you're made of strong stuff. So thank you very much. Wow. No wonder I need a wee. I'm slightly jumping up and down. I need to go for a wee. I've gone through this. I've taken a lot of time. I've put loads of detail into this. Please do consider sharing if you've got value out of this. There is a test. I talk about it a lot. I've automated it to make it really simple. All right, I'll put the link in the comments. You'll see it there. It will come up with a picture. It goes onto a page where you can take the test. You take the test. It says, oh, this will go into Messenger. I've automated it because I'm a bit anal and OCD, because I was doing paper and working out numbers, and it was horrible for me because I'm a bit dyslexic and it's painful. Anyway, so I thought there must be a way, and I created a way. It took me quite a long time. So I've created the automated process. It's in Messenger. It's really simple. It'll give you a number and it'll tell you, hey, healthy self-esteem, and can I just check that? Well, it's good. Or, you've come in low. Does that make sense? And do you want some free videos? Do you want some, to understand this further? Do you want access to the free masterclass? And that's the other bit, the masterclass. I'm exhausted. The free masterclass, I've redone it. Maybe I've said already, but I did it a couple of weeks ago. I've redone it in pictures, because before it was slides, which kind of, when I looked at it, it was like, oh, that's not quite congruent with who I am and who I present myself to be with the pictures. And I think there's a lot of energy around this. So I've done my whole presentation on flip charts. There's 10 pages. Woohoo! Well, that's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? So the masterclass is there. There's tons of information. You will know by the end of that whether you have low self-esteem, how it's holding you back, and what the steps you can do take to overcome it. To go from all these negatives to the positives. It'll take work, of course. It might take money as well. You might be on the kind of just on the tip of low self-esteem, and this is all you need, the free resources, and that's so cool. All right, so cool. But that's all there. I've put a lot into that, 13 years into that masterclass, and it's there free for you now. How cool is that? And the program itself is the overcoming bit, and I introduce it at the end of the masterclass as an option going forward. And there is a special deal on it. It's still there, I think. It's still there. So you'd have to, anyway, that's still there. The masterclass will show you and introduce the program. The program is all online, so everybody can do it at their own state and level, and you'll see on the masterclass that it does involve me. It's not just this thing where you go off and do it. It involves me very directly, all right? Very directly. So if you feel that you can get benefit from doing the test, you can get benefit from doing the masterclass, and you can get benefit from just messaging me, I'm giving my time out to you for free, then do so. All right. Many thanks for your time. If, again, you've got value out of this, please do share. Please do let me know. And you're the ones that keep me going. So thank you so much for your support and your time. All right. Have a good rest of the evening. And I've taken a whooping lot of time. So thank you very much. All right. Bye-bye.